What's crack-a-lacking, guys? I'm a Duck Quack here, and welcome back to just another mini investment video on the channel. Now, over the next few days, I will address like team of the season investments because a lot of you have been asking, and what else we can be doing at the moment. I've just been really busy recently, so I do apologize. But the first thing we're going to look at is just some fairly obvious ones. So, we've got a lot of cup finals that have come recently. So for EA not to release some kind of marquee matchups or some kind of SBCs around them seems bizarre. We obviously had the Europa League final between United and Ajax. So I bought a load of United players on one of my accounts, and I'm still holding on to those because I just can't imagine EA passing up on that chance. But even if they do, can they really afford to pass up on the biggest game in football, the Champions League, Juventus against Real Madrid? Personally, I think there's going to be some kind of squad builder challenge. But as to what is the question. So if we're looking for investments, have a look at this. We know that all their golds at the moment sell for over 1,000 coins. But did we know that we could pick up 83 rated Benatia for about 100 coins extra on top of that? What about Mandzukic? Another 83 rated player, and we can pick him up for the same price. So we can be invested in 83 rated cards, huge value cards, gold rare quality, from one of the teams in the Champions League final and in a guaranteed to fill position. It's absolutely perfect investments. If we move on to like some Real Madrid, the investment side of it gets a little bit harder. So we have the likes of Kovacic, which are going for discard 1,000, 1,100 coins. And we also have the likes, excuse me, of Casemiro. Now I've got a feeling that Casemiro is a bit more than 1,400 coins. He's only about 1,500 coins. There's so many potential options that we've got for investments. Now, the other side of the ball is that maybe they don't go for a low-rated team. Maybe for the Champions League final, the biggest game in the world, they really do step things up a little bit. And instead of talking like an 83-rated squad, we suddenly jump up to 86, 87-rated squad with maybe a man of the match card from the game. Well, you could pick up an 88-rated Buffon for under 14,000 coins. This is all Xbox prices, but it's very similar on PlayStation. Excuse me. And if we move to Real Madrid, we have... It's a little bit harder to find the players. I mean, the likes of Pepe, because of the La Liga SBC, there's always going to be a little bit more demand. Is it only going for about 15,000? No way. Guys, these are actually potentially good investments regardless of the Champions League. But 88 rated Pepe for 16,000 coins. Now, how can they drop from here? Like, EA won't allow these premium players to drop more than this. So we've got all kinds of investments around the Champions League that we can go for. And, hey, if they're not used, then what do we lose? Maybe the tax on the card, worst case scenario. If they are needed, the amount of coins we could potentially make off this is going to be ridiculous. Chiellini, 15,500 coins. I wonder what price like Bonucci is. So if we drop it down to an 87 rated card, then we're talking absolute peanuts. Probably around 10,000 coins for this card. I'm going to guess anyway. I could be miles off with that. Oh, about 11,000 coins? Over 11. So you're much better off going for the 88 rated cards. They just seem to be a lot safer, and the value that they add is a lot greater. Potentially Toni Kroos as well. Could be another one for Real Madrid. I'm going to guess he's coming in at about 16,000, 17,000. About 16,000. So, depending on how you feel they're going to go with it. Either you feel like these big cup games aren't going to be included in any squad builder challenges, so we just leave them out. Don't bother investing in them. There's no point if you don't believe in it. Secondly, you think that they're going to do maybe a SBC per event, or they're going to do something like marquee matchup for all the big cups, like the FA Cup final, the Europa Cup final, the French Cup final, the German Cup final, whatever they are. Champions League as well, obviously. And you think it's going to be spread across them, and it's going to have like an 81, 82 rated. So then you want to pick up the lower rated cards, like the Benatia that we looked at. He's 83 rated, he fits the team, and he's 100 coins more for a much higher rated card. Then there's the final option, that they just go for the Champions League, and they're like, Champions League final tonight, boys. Here's a massive SBC, go crazy. And it's like 87 rated, you get a man of the match card from the team, or some stupid packs, and we've got all these high-rated players, and we're ready to rock and roll. Either way, there's next to no risk with all of these investments, so we are good to go with whatever we choose with it. Just make sure you're smart with how much you're spending, you check the prices over the past week, and then you pick them up at a sensible time on bids or sniping, as usual, all the same old stuff. Anyway, guys, going to end the video there. But let me know down below what you want to see investment videos on. Do you want me to carry on doing marquee matchups, even though I'm going to be guessing them? It's going to be a massive guess. If I'd made one for you last week, I actually would have guessed 2 of them. I would have guessed the Crotone-Lazio one, because Crotone are fighting for survival, and I have no logic as to why I chose that one. But then the other one was the MLS game, the Sounders game. But I could guess about 4 or 5 matchups, and we can see if we get lucky. And the other option is I can do a load of Team of the Season investments. So talk you through the process of what I'm doing investing in Team of the Season and what you guys could be doing as well. Anyway, guys, let me know down below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and drop a like if you enjoyed it. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.